Yes, that is genuinely peak Shutterstock. And your instinct is right, with one important wrinkle. I checked Shutterstock's current contributor rules, and the situation is actually more bizarre than the screenshot suggests. The crucial distinction: Shutterstock does still want real photographs from contributors. In fact, their current contributor guidance says photographs must meet their technical requirements, and contributors have to control the copyright in what they submit. And rather explicitly, open quote, Shutterstock does not accept AI-generated content from contributors. So if you're looking at that rising artificial intelligence keyword and thinking, close quote, open quote, right, Shutterstock is telling me customers want AI pictures, so presumably I should photograph some AI. Close quote. Nope. What they're saying is essentially, customers are searching for the concept artificial intelligence. Make us useful content at that concept. That could be a real photograph of somebody using an AI system, a programmer working on machine learning software, an office meeting about AI, a physical AI robot, a person interacting with an AI interface, computer hardware associated with AI, a researcher working with neural network technology, a genuinely photographed server data center environment. The subject is AI. The submitted image doesn't have to be AI generated. But then comes the deliciously stupid bit. You clicked artificial intelligence, and Shutterstock showed you a grid containing things like AI chip plus glowing circuitry, robot hand touching human finger, futuristic holographic interfaces, impossibly perfect digital environments. Some of those may indeed be AI generated, rather than photographs. And that's because Shutterstock itself has an AI image generation business. Shutterstock says it has an AI image generator, and that customers can generate images through it. Those generated images can then be made available to customers through Shutterstock's ecosystem. So Shutterstock has effectively built this slightly surreal two-lane motorway. Contributor lane. Please give us photographs you actually created. AI-generated submissions are not allowed. Shutterstock AI lane. Fancy generating an AI image? Certainly, sir. Here's a button. They aren't necessarily saying the images in your search results are contributor submissions. The search experience can surface generated AI material separately from the contributor marketplace. And Shutterstock is quite explicit about the reason for keeping those things separate. They say contributors need to be able to demonstrate IP ownership, whereas Shutterstock's own AI system uses licensed training data and has arrangements intended to compensate contributors whose work was used in those datasets. And there's another interesting clue in your screenshot. Look at the numbers. Artificial intelligence, 1,043,838. That's not. There are 1,043,838 photographs. Shutterstock wants you to upload. It's associated with the search trending demand system. Shutterstock calls this feature Creative Insights, which identifies keywords whose search frequency is increasing, so contributors can make content that customers are looking for. So your screenshot is basically saying, open quote, people are increasingly searching for artificial intelligence. We need more useful content around this subject. Close quote. Not, open quote, please upload pictures generated by artificial intelligence. Close quote. And frankly, the fact that the first thing Shutterstock shows you when you follow that advice is a load of synthetic-looking AI artwork is spectacularly bad communication. Especially because they're simultaneously telling contributors, do not upload this stuff. And this could actually be useful for you. If you're looking at Shutterstock as a contributor, this is potentially good news. The rising list is effectively a list of commercial demand signals. You don't necessarily need to chase the obvious generic stock image. The interesting opportunity is to find a rising concept and photograph something that represents it in the real world. For example, rather than making, open quote, cyberpunk AI brain with glowing blue neural networks, close quote, you could potentially make, open quote, real person using AI software on laptop in home office, close quote. That's exactly the sort of distinction that could make a contributor's portfolio useful, rather than adding another 4,000th glowing AI brain to the pile. And Independence Day India. At only 103,603 jumping out at the bottom of your list is interesting too. That's a much more specific commercial opportunity than something like texture at 95 million. The Shutterstock algorithm is basically whispering, "Don't photograph another brick wall, Jet. I've got enough bloody brick walls."